Well, it's our last day here in Dublin and Ireland, and we're leaving the Camden to go on a day's tour in free time. Everybody goes home tomorrow. There's Bat. He's our excellent guide. Everybody's boarding up this bus. The other bus just took off already for the Pro-Cathedral and St. Patrick's. And there's Michael, our great driver. So we're on our way for the last full day of Dublin. On our last day here, we have tours for the morning, and the afternoons are free except for Mass. So we took off one bus, and here's St. Patrick's Cathedral. The other bus went to see the Pro-Cathedral first. So here we are looking up at St. Patrick's. This is St. Patrick's Park. There's St. Patrick's Cathedral. Look at that thing, massive. And right out here in the garden near here is the reputed site of the well where St. Patrick baptized many of the local inhabitants in the 5th century AD.
Esther van Humrig, she was German. He had met her in England and she pursued him across here. How long the relation of lasted, I don't know, but she heard.
This stone marked the well where St. Patrick baptized in the yard here in St. Patrick's. He did that in the early 400s. This stone is over 1,000 years old, marking that place. It was discovered at the beginning of the last century. St. Patrick's really is a massive church. It's the largest church in Ireland, and up until the King Henry VIII, it was Catholic. The Protestants took it over, and then recently they wanted to give it back to the Catholic Church, partly because it's so expensive for the upkeep and the maintenance, and the Catholic Church says, nope, we don't want it back. We're going to make our own new cathedral. Jonathan Swift, the author of Gulliver's Travel and the Dean of St. Patrick's, was buried here with his lover on his right-hand side. There's a nice collection of his writings here. He's prolific, and even a copy of his death mask. These beautiful stained glass windows here at the rear of the St. Patrick's Cathedral, which was Catholic and then became Anglican, shows 39 scenes from the life of St. Patrick while he was here in Ireland. And there's, look at that beautiful 39 scenes from the life of St. Patrick there in the stained glass. In the pulpit you have Moses and Jesus and the 4 evangelists. There's John. And our group is right over here. This is the Park of Remembrance here in Dublin, commemorating all those who sacrificed and gave their life for the vision of freedom of Ireland. So this is called Memory Park. And there it is. Commemorating the 1916 break for freedom for Ireland. And of course, the Irish would always have a cross. That's the length of it there, and the cross is a part of their cultural identity. Oh, nicely so. We're visiting the Pro-Cathedral of Dublin. It is a church being used as a cathedral. That's why it's called a Pro-Cathedral.
first Archbishop of Dublin in 1152, and here's a list of all the subsequent archbishops.
Margaret Ball and Frances Taylor. She was arrested during Mass for protecting and housing and giving refuge to priests in her home. She died in prison in 1584. She's now a blessed. He died in prison also because he wouldn't stop being a Catholic. He's also a blessed. Well, after this, it's now 11:30. Everybody's got the rest of the day on their own except for Mass at 4 o'clock, where we're also going to bless the religious items. There's the Millennial Spire again, 300 feet tall. People are going to be going all over Dublin now, visiting shops, going to Guinness, some going back to the hotel, some going out to eat lunch. It's going to be a busy day for everybody. Meet back at 4, and they got the evening free too. Here's a group that's heading back now to the hotel. Walking to Mass, about 15 minutes away at St. Teresa at Camden, near Grafton Street.
Dublin is famous for these beautiful old brick buildings with these gorgeous doors, and I thought I'd share a few of them with you as we're on our way walking to Mass. Amazing street artist making a girl with her puppy out of sand.
Oh, no problem. And there's our group walking to Mass, led by my good wife Janet. Grafton Street. What a beautiful pedestrian walkway.
Turn left.
Leprechaun yourself.
Anybody know the chorus? Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of
It's quite expensive down at that level. So you see those.
For this is the chalice of my blood, the blood of the new and eternal covenant, which will be poured out for you and for many for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in memory of me.
We're all just leaving the church after our group picture and heading out through the streets of Dublin. Everybody has the rest of the day free to go look for shopping and restaurants and other sites they want to see, and the planes leave for home in the morning. So we did great. Everybody had a great time on this trip.
For me and yours eagle rain.
You never know who you're going to meet in the streets of Dublin. You just never know. Even Father Conlon and Mike or Tyler. We're back. Meet in the streets of Dublin. Dublin, I mean.
The rest of the afternoon and evening was free, and people came out for dinner and shopping, and some came back to the hotel and ate at the hotel.
Let it heal, and then
And that's a hard place to
months
heal.
and months. And I didn't care what was someone when I had to drive up. Oh, that's
Thanks for
fair.
coming with us, Father.
You're welcome.
It's a
It's
great
always
trip.
a delight.
Nice
Sundays.
job.
Yeah, very nice.
Good chaplain.